products, whether it's a core link in each section, and then you've got some specialty product as well. So it's always good to have something new, something exciting in each area. Asian players are no different than Asian shoppers, I guess. They like what's the new and the latest brand and the latest trend. So something that looks good and looks new to them, they'll go and check it out.
Okay.
And if the math's good, they'll keep there. So it's important to keep the floor refreshed, whether you're just moving product around different areas or putting new product on. It doesn't have any difference to me what I guess the negotiation of the price is. I don't get into that side of the bargaining. It's more of looking at the math game. Does it resonate with my players? Is it a similar type device? Am I looking for entertainment time of device or a gambling type product? So it's keeping that mix fresh, always being savvy to what the players' needs are or the way they play.
Right.
We have lots of data mining, so we know a lot of our players. We run 93 to 95% rated play, so we know where they come from, what they like. So it's important that we, keep it refreshed, keep new product to them.
Okay. So are most of the deals that you make participation deals, or do you actually buy the machines?
No, all the machines Macau bought usually.
Okay.
There are a few fee per day products, but they are not a sort of a growing segment.
Great. Let's talk about some of the jurisdictions then. Last time I was in Manila, Resorts World had just opened, and there was certainly a lot more machines on the floor there than in any of the casinos here in Macau. Is the Philippines more of a 50-50 market in terms of slots versus tables, or was that just an aberration at the time?
Slot revenue in the Philippines, yes, it's about 45% to 55 tables, typically in some of those casinos.
Okay, so it's much more slots in there. What kind of slots do they enjoy? Sabi, you've been installing some new ones at some of the IRs there.
Yeah, so they tend to be probably slightly more entertainment based than what you would find here, but there's still an element of high volatility and gambler or high roller gambler based content. It is probably more associated, I would say, to the Singapore market than it potentially is the Macau market. And with all of the new expansions and new openings that are potentially happening there, and Resorts World just announced their expansion as well, we see even a bigger, more demand for maybe some of the American style type games.
Right.
But the important thing is really doing that piece of work I was mentioning earlier, which is understanding the demographic of the individual, the people, the players, and then making sure you get the right content out there. And I think it's going to be a cross-sectional, based on the experience that we're seeing so far, where it is elements of Singapore, elements of the individuals that you would see in Macau, and elements of what you're seeing in North America. And it's finding the right mix, as Peter was saying. It's almost like you're building a casino within a casino in relation to the types of individuals and people that you're trying to attract, whether they're around table games or anything else.
Okay. Takahiro, I apologize, I'm not remembering this correctly, but didn't Aruze have a Manny Pacquiao machine? Or is that another?
We used to. We still have that. It's a long time ago, but as Ken said, the 30 to 40% compared to the gross gaming revenue in the Philippines, about 800 million to 1 billion a year for two casinos, which is it's a good market for machine manufacturers, and the revenue stream from slot revenue. The key product, like a strong game, is very similar to Macau, like a link product. High volatile, even Chinese driven, still they play a lot. Actually, the win per day for these kind of top tier games are very strong, easily exceed $400 per day per machine. And the mass market is, as Sabi said, a very variety, a little bit American taste in there. Typically like a WMS Life Luxury Link product is very popular. It's a long time. It's like a Cash Express in Macau. The different market has a different perspective and a different characteristic. The top tier high performing game is similar, but the mass market, they look slightly different taste. The Philippines people like singing and dancing, fun, something fancy or brightness, shining, they like it. stepping motor product, like a stepper we call it in the US. This product is pretty well in there too. Different market has different characteristics. This is our challenge as a supplier, but a very interesting market and then growing too.
Okay.
It's a low denomination market when you really look at it. The majority of machines in the Philippines are 1 peso, and on a 40 to 1 ratio to the US dollar, it means it's a fairly low average bet.
Right. So I guess it gives a new meaning to penny slots there, huh?
2.5 cents.
Great. Let's talk about about Singapore. Singapore is another market that has more slot machines than here. Is that because of the street market in Singapore? Because the people were used to that? Sabi, you guys have had a lot of slots in that street market as well there. Is that why it's more popular there, slot machines?
Yeah, no, I think it is. And I think that's pretty much what you tend to find across the region, right? We haven't talked about Japan yet, but, the pachinko type machines there is what's really going to start attracting, and I think the reason why there's so much potential demand for slot type content, because people are familiar with those particular types of styles of games. And I think exactly the same thing happened in Singapore, where you have certain individuals who have been familiar with the concept of an EGM type machine, and then using that same experience to then go and visit the casinos and play those style of games. So yeah, no, it's a key attribute whichever market you go into, wherever you find a street market type player is what really attracts, and what the casinos then try and use as a leverage to bring those individuals in.
Okay. How about Peter, for when you're talking about the theme games again, are there specific Chinese themes that really resonate with your customers?
There is, yeah. I mean, anything with a dragon in it is very popular in this top of the world. I think you see the name dragon in my top 100 list of top machines, but the Dao Fu Dao Chai, which has been on the market about 18 months, nearly 2 years now, we were the first ones to put it in Galaxy, and